Hello there and welcome back. Today we talk about Benidub stuff. So I am a big lover of this company, and they are Italian, even if they're based in Spain. I used for many years at this point their Digital Echo. They come out with a new version that actually can be used not as just as an insert, but as a regular effect. So you might want to check it out. I'm really fine with this one. But lately they sent me the Filtro, that is a filter that works really well together with the Echo. So before digging into what I'm gonna show you, please consider to support the page just with a subscription, or you can buy whatever you see here in the link below, and they are affiliate links, so you will help me. Also, I will do a more in-depth video for my Patreon, where I will show what's happened behind the scene and what kind of instrument I have hooked up right now. So, that said, let's dig into it. So I will be using Avalon. Next to me here, there's a Octatrack that is sequencing the Vermona, and a TR8. In this channel, and of course I'm using my Play Different Model 1. I did a previous video where I discuss how I'm using it for dub purposes. So you might know that I have my reverb here, and here is my delay line. And today the delay line as also the filter. And I'm using for the reverb the Space Echo. So basically Space Echo would be perfect also for the delay duty. I love it, but honestly it's not very convenient to use sometime, and I am now really proficient with the Benidub, so I tried many other solutions and I always get back to this. So big shout out to Benidub. If dub is what you wanna get, and I know I'm not a dub artist, but I had some kind of dub to my production, so this has been so far the best pedal for that. Pedal is not a pedal, it's a desktop unit, whatever it is. So I will go through these and these together. So this is gonna be what we are gonna analyze. So first, let's hear what they do, and I will put them together because I feel that Benidub is another company that has a vision, and all of their stuff work well together. They have an amazing spring reverb amp. Basically, you use any spring tank and you have the amplifier plus some other cool filtering, and that I hope soon to try. They also have the dub siren. I'm not using that kind of sound, so it's not for me, but these two definitely are super cool. Okay, let's first, bypassing this, let's start digging into the Echo. So I have this line going on. It's the 303, the Avalon, and a bass coming from the Vermona. Very simple. Let's stick with that and hear what it does. So to use this pedal, you need to use a send and effects loop. So basically it comes out on the send one. So as soon as I push it could be pre-fader also. So as soon as I push it, here it comes here. So how the Benidub work? It's very simple, as everything I use. I love simple stuff. you have first a BPM, is not tap tempo, so you can choose to beat quantize and choose the time around here that goes from 50 to 120. And once you decide that, with this other big knob, you can decide the subdivision. So now I'm playing at 100, so I select 100 here. And now, if I move the subdivision and I have beat quantize on, it's gonna be like in time. So at the beginning I was a little worried about this system, meaning like this is not detented and you don't have a tap tempo, and I was like, wow, this could be not easy to use. On the opposite, the fact that they do dub-oriented things mean that somehow having this not perfect mimic the humanity of dub, like the fact that back in the days you would use some tape equipment, so you never had tap tempo or stuff that was precise, super precise. So you can also be more brave and turn off the beat quantize, so you can just and it's easy because they're big knob and it's easy to find a sweet spot. Once, for the sake of this demonstration, we will use the beat quantize. So next to it you have depth and rate, that it's a modulation, we'll hear later. The loop, it's just catch a loop of your delay, and once it's done, it's like that. I find these very useful for some kind of effects. For example, this is the sort of Ricciottin kind of delay that he's using with Plastic Man a lot. It has to have the beat quantize off, otherwise it will just do this weird thing. So I wish that could have been something that the beat quantize, once the loop is engaged, won't do. Because I really like to use this, and I use it a lot live. Okay, then we have a feedback that, guess what? It's a feedback. So you can use these for your feedback dub thing, but I usually feedback with these. So, and I explained the technique in a previous video, so go check it out. It's very important. Sometimes then I put just a tiny bit of feedback and then play with that. If you don't have a mixer, then you can just do with that. The volume is the volume. With this you mute the effects. There's no true, because this is an insert. So basically, if I want to hear and have something be after him, say, now this is pre-fader, so now I'm just listening to the pedal, right, without the original sound. If I turn this off, I will kill the signal. So if I want then to hear the filter, I need to keep it on. And then you have a very important thing, that it's the filter inside the digital echo. So it has some part of this already here. What it does, so now we are listening only to the pedal. It cut the signal, so you can use a low pass, high pass and low pass. And play with these really gives you great tune. So basically, if you have this, you don't really need another filter, right? But if you have it, then something cool can happen. Of course, you can use these on the reverb, for example. We can try maybe to send the reverb inside and you'll hear. But this is how it sounds with melodic content. Let's hear with... For example, in this case, when I use it for percussion, I always cut quite a lot the low. But you hear how this pedal really is a dub paradise, because the sound of it, it's really, really spectacular. And also you can add some modulation, and it can add that kind of warbliness of tape. Now we are using both. We are sending both signal. Let's turn on some. So it's very fun. It's very fun to play. And also I love the fact that I choose big knobs, and it's beautiful looking, and it actually goes so well with my other equipment. So love this. Okay, so this is great, sounds amazing on everything. Let's hear now how the filter sounds. So to hear just the filter, what you're gonna do, we are gonna use pre-fade and send first our sound, and then I will put the feedback completely down. So this more or less is the clean signal, all right? And now let's talk about filtro. That means filter in Italian, because they're Italian, I said that. Forza noi. What's happened here is that you have 3 filter mode. Let's say 2 filter mode plus a band pass. So when it's in bypass, you can basically use it as a frequency booster in a, I think, band pass, yes. Oops, I have the LFO going on. And as you hear, it's kind of cool sounding. Then you have a high pass, completely cut with your resonance control. This unit the LED in high pass is broken, so that would light it up. Imagine it in your mind. And then low pass filter. See, transfer this to that. So I love the sound of this filter. Let's hear it on a drum. I pass. Let's add some. Let's send these. And let's hear the bypass, but using the frequency boost. It can be great because you can find your kick, for example, here, without and with. It pushes it. And so if you have a kick that is not very strong, maybe this could be a good idea. But let's find out why this filter is very fun to use. Whoa, sorry. So what they had, it's a LFO that modulate the cutoff. So you can decide the depth, the rate, and then the multiplication of that because it has a tap tempo. So let's say you hear now, and now it's one by one. I can multiply it then. And it has a lot of different waves where you can pick. You'll see when we start adding all the things together, these can add a lot of interesting flavor to your sound. It's random. You have two banks of so let's hear it with the drum. Very fun. So, Benidub, something that you play a lot with your hands because it's nothing programmed, but it's just feel the music, feel the rhythm, and just play with it. Let's see what happens when we start add the stuff. So, it's pretty interesting. I really like the fact that it can add some subtle I'll show you subtle from this that we have just a kick basically and a 303 going on, right? Not very exciting. And you hear just as these add some interesting vibe to it. And then back with the reverb. As usual, I'm not pretending that I'm doing a masterpiece right now, and whatever I'm doing right now with you, with no, anything programmed. And I feel it's great. And I believe that dub and this kind of effect has to be used. I don't know how to explain, but like it's something you feel, and it become part of your expression, the music. And I love the fact that sometimes you can have something going on like this, and what you just do is just play with your effects. You start. Now I should I should stand and have my hands in a perfect place, perfect, in a better place. But you got what I'm saying, right? Now let's hear something different. Let's try to send this sound in the reverb. Let me think. Oh, I cannot do that because it's pre-fade. But I can send the reverb. And this is pretty fun. From this to I like sometime to go in this way. Have a loop, a very simple thing, and then play with the filter and then record what came out of it. And once you have all of your recording, you can cut and have some samples, something that sounds different. And you know how I like my 303. For example, from this to this. You might say it's not that huge of a difference, and I disagree. Because sometimes, especially with very simple music, the one that I do, from this to this, it's a big step. And I can then fun with just arranging with effects that I can't stress enough. Sometimes you can just work with that. Effects and very few simple lines, and you can build a full track. Anyway, I think I show enough of this beautiful instrument, and you have an idea on how they work. I really recommend them, and I wish all the best to Benidub. I love their aesthetic, and there is sound. Of course, it's a great match to have with the Model 1. They sounds very good together. It's cool to have a Space Echo too. If you're interested to see how I used all the other instruments, I will do another video for my Patreon where I'll show more of the things that are going on. And again, please subscribe if you like this video, share it. Your support is really important for me. And important for me or important to me? That I will never know. Anyway, thanks again. I will see you next time and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Ciao.